I want to talk about how we receive what other people are doing and saying. I want to talk about reception because one thing that we tend to not do, I think, is know how to receive what other people are saying to us. We don't know how to get out of our own perception to receive things the way they're meant. Some of the things that happens are people get offended, they get defensive, because they don't, not only is their perspective jaded, but the way they receive things is very personal, right? So a lot of people will receive things as a direct attack against them when that's really not the case. People tend to receive things from where they are instead of receiving things from the way it's intended to come across. And I think it causes way more problems than it needs to be, first of all. It causes challenges in our communication in our families. It causes misunderstandings a lot of times because we think it's one way, but someone's telling us it's something else. So we start to think that they're lying to us because we don't see it the same way. So in that, a couple things you can do. So when it comes to reception, when it comes to the way people are speaking to us, with us, whether it's a tone or the words that they use, it's important to make sure that we aren't hearing sometimes from where we are, but we're hearing from where the other person is coming from. Maybe they're having a bad day. Maybe they're upset about something. Maybe they're in a way that is just making the way they speak not come across the greatest. And what happens is, well, don't talk to me that way. Don't speak in that tone. Don't do these things, right? Because we get offended about it. But what happens is those are indications for us to understand where the other person's coming from. Maybe they are frustrated. Maybe they're having an issue. Maybe there's some challenge going on. And so instead of us being reactive and coming from our own perspective, it's important for us to take a step back and see where the other person is coming from and respect them where they are. I'm challenged with the same thing in my household. When, depending on how our kids speak to us or how we talk to each other or where I'm at, and I forget so often that I can't receive things where I'm at. I have to receive things from where they're coming from, right? And so, like I said, one of the things you can do is make sure you're paying attention to their mannerisms. And when things shift and change, know that there's something going on with them that may not have anything to do with you, but maybe you're the one that's being taken out on, right? So we have to make sure we respect others where they are coming from and get out of our own perspective. Another thing when it comes to being receptive is to get back to communication. Ask questions. Understand where they're coming from. Don't be so quick to share your thoughts. It goes back to the communication piece of you have to hear what other people are saying to understand, not hear to respond. And that helps us with knowing that we can't just jump into stuff and start saying everything that we think, because it may not be the right thing in that time because our perspective is jading our reception.